Great news, good people. Today I'm standing outside of the Royal Dutch Palace, and I'll be showing you the strategies that the wealthy use, including the royal families, in order to shield themselves from their wealth, but also from a lot of the atrocities that they've done in history. Now, you are good people, so we don't have to do all the evil doings. However, it is a good lesson for us on how to anonymize our wealth and make sure that we do not appear in public registries. So let me show you how they do it. Now, in the Middle Ages, society was far more religious than it is today. The church oversaw most daily activities, yet kings did what kings do today, and they plundered and expanded, which weren't very Christian ideas. The best case example is the Fourth Crusade, which isn't very known about. But in 1204, the Venetian Republic employed mercenaries to sack and loot Constantinople, today Istanbul. Back then, it was the center of Christianity. They plundered everything, took it back to Venice, and blamed everything on those dumb mercenaries who didn't know where they were going. Kings would do something very similar by giving charters and employing mercenaries and guilds to do their dirty work. And once the evil was accomplished, they were able to take all of the spoils. In the late Middle Ages, they perfected this with a modern invention called the corporation. And it was the invention of a new legal concept called the corporate veil. So in 1602, one of the first companies in the world was created. Over here, the Dutch East India Company. And this was their original warehouse. The ships, they would dock over there, and they would take out all the loot and set sail once again for the Dutch East Indies, for the Cape Colony, and they would commit lots of atrocities such as the genocide of the Banda tribe in 1621. They would loot and plunder and exploit the indigenous labor. And for the first time in history, the shareholders, which were still the kings and the noblemen, were able to hide behind this corporate veil and basically tell the public that, well, we're just employees of the company. I mean, if it was up to us, of course we wouldn't commit these kind of atrocities, but at the end of the day, it's all about the bottom line. And we must make sure that we keep the shareholders happy. So the public was never scrutinizing the royal family, even though they technically owned the company. What's very interesting about the royal family is that even though they were shareholders of the Dutch East India Company, a lot of its members, such as Prince Bernhard, went on to found large organizations such as the World Wildlife Fund in the 1950s, which is completely against everything that the Dutch East India Company did. These are the same people who were holding shares when they were exploiting all of the East Indies, Indonesia, Java, etc. So, what can we take from all of this? Well, first and foremost, it is important for you to create your own company to shield your name from public registries. Nowadays, a lot of banks and institutions require to find out the ultimate beneficial owner. So how do you get around that? Well, the Russian way is to use nominees, a close, trusted confidant who is the agent for the ultimate beneficial owner, who is the one appearing on all the public registries, who's opening all the bank accounts, and this is a way to sidestep it. Another way, which is more common in common law and regular countries, is to have a trustee, and he's the one who owns all the assets and is in the public eye. More importantly, you want to keep all of your money completely anonymous. And one way you can do it is obviously through cryptos. However, the better way is to have a private bank account. And you have to make sure that your bank does not report your holdings. So what you want to do is you want to open up a private bank account in a place that does not report your information to your home country. That's why you have to go to places such as Northern Cyprus. And there, you're able to actually open up an account and your home country can't ask it because it doesn't recognize that the country exists. I made another video about it and you can check it in the description down below. Anyway, until next time, bye-bye.